Welcome to the Colonial Theatre. My name is Kristin Pedemonti and I'll be your tour guide today. The Colonial Theatre is named for the time it was built, colonial times, way back in 1772. Colonial Theatre is spelled with an R-E. Why? Because that looks so much cooler, and second, because founder of the theater, Lord Phoenixville, was an avid and progressive Tory. Now, if you'll take a closer look at the marquee, you'll notice that it was designed by Gerard du Marquis of France. He based his design on the Moulin Rouge in Paris, and he was fond of saying, "You can never have too many lights. We want to light up the entire night sky." Of course, he said it in French, and it sounded much better that way. Come on with me and we'll go inside the theater. Let's check it out together. And as we enter the theater, if you look to your left, you will notice the elevator. This very elevator was used by the Continental Congress when they met here in 1774. They took this elevator, oohing and awing the whole way up to the second floor where they held their meetings. If you look to your right, you'll see the box office, where many a volunteer has spent countless hours. Volunteers are very important to the Colonial Theatre. We're grateful for all their help. Wanted to give a special shout out to Chuck and Liz Francisco, Dick and Sandy Lush, and John and Carla Schaefer. Let's go into the theater, shall we? There is an indentation in the floor. It's a permanent scar from the escape scene, the mass stampede that was filmed in the movie The Blob back in 1958. Come on in, come on in. I've got more to show you. Favorite feature of the Colonial Theatre would indeed be the restroom. Come on in, let's check it out together. That's right, modern plumbing. A toilet that actually flushes. And not only that, sinks with both hot and cold running water. Why, here's one of our volunteers right now using the wonders of modern plumbing. Did it feel pretty good?
It did, hot water too.
Amazing, I know. Let's go, there's so much more to see. As we make our way up to the projection booth, I wanted to point out something very special about the theater that few people are aware of. This step right here, marcated with duct tape, 1912, this was the highest point in all of Phoenixville. It afforded beautiful views out over the town. Now, sadly, there have been offices built where that view used to be, and let me tell you, it was quite a controversy when those went up. Of course, what would the Colonial Theatre be without a projection booth? You are some of the first people to see the inner sanctum. And there it is in all its glory. And if you thought the projection booth was exciting, it's really what's under the projection booth window that is much more interesting. A commemorative plaque from the Blob movie. Now, people say it's good luck if you rub the knob. It even says, "Rub me for luck." I don't really believe in that kind of hocus pocus. Chuck, you want to try it out?
Sure.
Thanks. Give it a goodle. Oh, that's awesome. Rub it really. That's great.
I'm not feeling any different.
That's bizarre.
Hello? Oh my God, really? Oh, oh, awesome. That's the best news ever. I won. I won.
No way. Woo! Oh my gosh, high five. We did a poll via social media to find out the #1 question people ask about the Colonial Theatre. Turns out the #1 question is, so what's the best seat in the house? Let me show you right now. Best seat in the house would be row number J, seat number 3. Would the person today sitting in row J, seat number 3, please stand up? And everyone, if you can give them a rousing round of applause, how lucky are they to be sitting in the best seat of the house? Now, my friends, don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. If you are really nice to that person, they might allow you to sit in their lap for the rest of the show. And of course, one of the most important parts of the Colonial Theatre is the stage itself. Many amazing acts have graced this stage, including Kevin Bacon. Now, who among us hasn't played 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon? Funny little tidbit. Last year, when Kevin was playing his show, he was guitaring so wildly that his cell phone fell out of his pocket and landed underneath the stage. Sometimes we still hear it ringing. The first movie shown here at the Colonial was in 1903. Harry Houdini himself graced this very stage, 1917, doing one of his most famous acts where he was bound in chains, locked inside of a bank safe. He did make the escape. I hope you've enjoyed this very informative tour of the Colonial Theatre, and we hope to see you again soon. My name is Kristin Pedemonti. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the show.